An ad in the New York Times announced cricket has arrived. If only she had that bat in 2001. For those of us back home, it's on Amazon Prime, and it was announced in a new ad starring Usman Khawaja. So come on, Aussie, come on. Get out, Aussie. Get out! Most ads fill me with horror, and this is no exception, with nods to Smile, Village of the Damned, The Shining, The Ring, and many other films too spooky to mention, all of which you can rent on Amazon Prime and watch instead of the cricket. Russell, why this pitch?
I really don't know. I mean, I do find this ad confusing. Okay, so why have they done this? They've done it because there's a rise in horror, so more people are watching more horror, and therefore they're trying to tap into that particular genre. Why are they doing it? Because it's on Prime, and that's unusual for cricket, so maybe that's what they're up to. But in the end, I don't see how that's going to get me to watch cricket. I feel like they're... Maybe I'm a romantic when it comes to cricket, Will. I've got a very different point of view about how you sell cricket. And for me, relating it to or using horror as a way in strikes me as not going to help them get people watching it on Prime.
Oh, I really love it. And it might not get me watching cricket, but I really love it. I think that it's a really interesting sort of juxtaposition between cricket in-jokes and creepy horror films that pushes up against all those conventions around sports marketing. You know, I'm not hearing these patriotic chants, roaring commentary and big hits. I find the little cricket Easter eggs that they have in there really interesting as well. I love that little moment where she's holding the duck and it's a nod to The Shining. And it's the kind of spot that sort of reveals itself on second viewing, like, the zinc there, and even after you've watched it, little pennies drop, right? I'm like, oh, there's a bit of The Sopranos, oh, there's a bit of The Truman Show. For me, it has real sort of cut through. If anything, it's probably more interesting than T20 cricket itself. I may say. Sorry, Russ.
No. So are they trying to say cricket is as entertaining as these films? Is that the message?
I think they're just going after an entirely new, more younger and diverse audience. They're not going after the traditional cricket fan. They're going after people like, I would say, some of us that maybe would have never watched cricket before, because it's such a more accessible format. And even if you don't know all the rules, that film is so enjoyable that you can literally just, unpack it and actually learn as you go, because I didn't know what a duck was. So I had to actually, look it up. And then you chat to other people about it. So I think there's huge earned media, which is what we call, when you actually get your consumers to talk about an ad and share it. This is when the magic happens in advertising. So I think it's beautifully done.
Yeah, I might not be a surprise. I'm not a huge cricket fan. I didn't actually know he was a cricketer. That's the extent of my cricket knowledge. But I agree, I don't think it's for that audience. I think it is about contemporising the sport and actually bringing new people in. Because it is, even the fact that they've had to move to faster, flashier formats, I think, keeping pace with audiences might be why they've gone down this path. I think as an ad, it's just stunning. I think whether you like cricket or not, the fact that they've gone all in and actually committed to that kind of stylistic approach is actually what makes it glorious to watch. It is like just all the choices, and I guess that's the thing with the Virgin spot where I felt like it wasn't weird enough to kind of land the wonderful. This is the complete other end of the spectrum. I think they've absolutely nailed it.
That ad features plenty of Amazon Prime Blue, and this delivery is coming from inside the house. Since Prime is giving us the creeps, we gave Uzi another option.
Everybody hobbling.